transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. It's the ThinkSoJoE Show.
Nice one.
And I didn't like turn the lights off or nothing. So, hey Google, set the studio lights to red. Laura, you don't have to watch. Nobody's making you watch. You can turn this off right now, anytime you want. You don't have to even click on the thing to turn it on.
It's okay. You can listen. It's fine.
She could.
She can.
Okay, I don't. We're broadcasting through two different. I don't know what's going. This is confusing.
We try a new platform every week, it seems, and
It's not that we're trying new platforms.
We get different luck every week.
It's still the theme music. I'm just trying to see if the audio sounds okay.
Yeah.
I got two audio channels going out. Well, that's doubled. Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, I don't care. All right. It sounds fine. Okay.
You were asleep, Laura? I'm sorry. Just roll over and go back to sleep. We'll serenade you.
Sure.
With some yellow sauce.
Yeah. Yellow Sauce will be on the show today.
Hi, Jasmine.
We're gonna have music from Yellow Sauce and Evening Slumber.
Yes, Evening Slumber. I kept messing up the name of that group, that project. I was thinking it was Eternal Slumber, and I was like, that's so morbid. Like, that is a band name, I found out when I was trying to tag them. But it's Evening Slumber.
Yeah, Eternal Slumber is like when you die.
Yes, that's exactly
Right.
why I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah, no. It's Evening Slumber.
Well, that kind of sounds nice.
It does.
Slumber.
It does. I never managed to slumber in the evening.
No, you do not. Not for more than a second or two.
I didn't steal Stoopy. Stoopy was adopted.
Oh,
Yeah, Stoopy's in the shot today. Yeah.
Until I start rolling around like a maniac.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Stoopy, the stupid5pin.com 5-pin, and now stupid5pin.com isn't a thing, so
Oh. Okay.
he's still here in spirit.
He's right there.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I got Stoopy when I worked at the bowling alley, and he was just like, here, have a bowling pin. We're like, okay.
Was it defective in some way?
I think there's a crack on the bottom or something.
Oh, so they couldn't use it?
I don't know if they couldn't use it. It was just like, here, have a bowling pin. Like, all right, cool.
Huh.
It is, let me do math, 57 days until it's 50-something days until Christmas. Talking about Halloween over here.
I'm dressed up for Sauce Day and Sauce-tober. Here. See?
How do you know I'm not just Fred Durst for Halloween?
Do you think Fred Durst likes Broken Matt Hardy?
I don't know. Maybe. He worked. They
did do some WWE
they were
shit.
WWE's favorite band for a while, according to WWE.
Do you think they meant it?
I think the way Tony Chimmel said it at WrestleMania was just like so sarcastic. Like, here's WWE's favorite band, Limp Bizkit. Like, he did not sound like he meant that at all. Anyway.
Damn it. I wish that I had dressed up, but I did plan everything today around the hat.
I just came in here and made that thumbnail and cleaned up and set up the show. And then the broadcaster's yelling at me like, no, like you can't use these settings. And I'm like, why not? So I had to like click off and then click back on. So you're getting like 30 seconds less show than normal today.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah. But, yeah. Laura might want to know that Maven is going to be on WWE's The Bump next week.
Ooh.
Anyway.
That meant nothing to me.
I know that meant nothing to you. Means everything to a Maven fan over there. Anyway.
Oh.
But yes. Anyway. Yeah.
I'm super excited about new sauce.
Me too. I mean, it's been in my inbox since like June.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, me too.
I'm excited to talk to them too because, they're people that we actually see outside of the house. So we miss them. You know, it's kind of out of routine to not see the sauce. We're echoing a ton. Do you think it's because there's two microphone, or I don't know what is going on there?
How's that? Is that better? I don't know. We have to wait. So
I know. Robot, maybe we should keep it that way.
I don't know. I don't know why both are running. When I hooked it up last week, the mic aux wasn't the Rodecaster, and now it's both. So how's that? Is that better? I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out.
Someone give us something here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
Robot-like. That's why a guy requested a revision the other day.
Okay, it's good. Thank you, Jazz.
He's like, it sounds robotic. And I'm like, yeah, and you also sent 75 more words than you paid for, so so you're gonna fucking wait until I feel like doing this again.
Right. Well, you did something a little out of normal for yourself yesterday, didn't you? You caught some baseball.
I did. I watched baseball last night. I was on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was everybody's like, oh, baseball, World Series is going on. Why'd the Rays make this stupid mistake in the 6th inning? And I'm like, well, if the Rays made the mistake in the 6th inning, that means, maybe that was like a half an hour ago. Maybe that's closer to the end of the game. Maybe the Dodgers are on the brink of winning the World Series. Let me tune in. And I tuned in. It's the bottom of the 7th. And I'm just like, okay, great. So I have 3 more hours before this game ends.
Baseball is so boring.
I was very pleasantly surprised when it ended 46 minutes after I tweeted that. But they
saw your tweet.
But they're just like, oh man, what an exciting game and what an exciting World Series. I'm like, this was exciting? Okay, you guys have a different definition of exciting than I do, so...
I could understand if they said it was intense. I could see baseball getting intense, but not exciting.
Was it exciting for baseball? I was talking, and the funny thing is, I was just talking to one of my friends the other day who goes to Rangers games down in Texas, and which is actually the stadium where they were holding the World Series. It was a neutral site, but when I talk about a sport, can I name the sport? She mentioned baseball, and we're talking about baseball. What's your point? Anyway, what's the complaint here? Anyway, so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna watch the rest of this game, and I caught the Dodgers winning the World Series. I guess it was their first time in 35 years or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
And then I got to see them hand the trophy to the guy who pays the check, who signs the checks instead of the guys who actually won it.
Right.
Because that makes sense in, I guess, every sport outside of hockey.
Well.
Where the guys who actually, earned the fucking thing got it. But yeah, well, I mean, if you don't want to listen about American sports and you don't want to hear my voice, you can turn the damn show off, Laura. You don't have to listen.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mom tuned in.
Yeah.
She's saying hi. She sent some chili home with me. I spent a few days with Mom. And she sent a lot of shit home. My fridge is pretty full.
Jasmine asked about the cats, and I said, well, Karina left me home alone with them for 3 days, and they're fine.
I was pleasantly surprised that we still had 7 cats. And there was a huge puke pile on the love seat though, and it was dry. So I don't know how long it was there, but I know that Joe doesn't come out of the studio that much, and I know that he definitely doesn't sit on the love seat that much. So he might have just not even looked at it because the cats come to him. He doesn't have to go searching for the cats like I do.
Right. I was mostly in here playing Switch and watching YouTube and watching wrestling pay-per-views all weekend. There was a couple of them. And so, I didn't leave the studio much. I did leave to go to a couple of record stores on Saturday.
Right.
And forgot my phone.
I can't imagine you forgetting your phone. That's just whatever.
You know what? Half the time, I don't even know where my phone is. If I'm in here, half the time I
If
don't know
you're
where it
in
is.
here, okay.
Yeah, I don't know where it
Because
is.
if you're out there, you are on your phone.
Yeah, but half the time, well, I don't need to be on it in here because everything's everything's in front of me. So, but half the time I don't even know where the damn phone is. So I got dressed and I'm like, okay, I got my wallet, I got, my writing utensils, I've got my keys, I've got my mask, I've got everything I need to go out. And I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And then we get in the car and we're already driving. I'm like, fuck, I forgot my phone. Brian's like, really? I was like, yeah, don't fucking worry about it. Let's go. And
I'm glad you survived.
And I got home and there was no, I didn't have any messages or anything. So,
well,
what
was I doing? I was either
probably
sleeping or I don't know where I was.
Probably sleeping.
What time was it?
I don't know. But yeah, I went to a couple of record stores. We went to, first we went to Black Dots. Which I've never been to Black Dots before.
Where is it?
It's on Grant Street.
Okay.
So I've never been to Black Dots before, but it was record store day, and Brian was having trouble finding the records he was looking for. I should try Anyway, it was record store day. Brian was looking for a couple of specific records, couldn't get them on the Revolver website, so he was like, before we go to Revolver, I want to try Black Dots. Like, okay, cool, no problem. I'm just along for the ride, dude. And I gave myself like $100 budget.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to stick to it this time.
You actually stuck to it, though, didn't you?
I did. So we get to Black Dots, and like he gets a couple of the record store day records he was looking for.
Yeah.
And he was still looking for one more, which is, I think, how we ended up at Revolver. But we go over and we're looking through the records. They have this huge like punk section at
That's
Black
awesome.
Dots, and I'm just like, okay, I need to shop here more often because half of these are shit that I've bought off of Discogs recently.
Yeah.
And I found Brian a copy of Love and Other Crimes by Masked Intruder, which is a
I love them.
Rare, it's a rare record to find. So I was surprised to find it in a record store. Mm-hmm. But it was a newer copy because, mine has the Garbage Pail Kids kind of
Yeah,
look
I
to
like
it.
that.
His does not because it's after they got the cease and desist over it. So I found him that, and he found me the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And then
you guys are dangerous.
Oh yeah, no, we're bad influences on each other.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones record, the latest one they put out, and also Brian was like, "Oh, if you're gonna get a Pennywise album, I recommend this one." And I'm like, I was literally just about to ask you what Pennywise record I should start with. So I get this Pennywise record and this Boss Tones record. And Brian cashes out and he spends like $100 there. And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a discount. Here's a Black Dots tote bag to carry them in." Like,
oh, that's kind of cool.
I spent $50. He's like, "Cool, man. Hey, I saw these guys in concert." Like,
which ones?
The Boss Tones. He's like, I saw him on tour for this album. And I said, "Yeah, man. I saw him in Rochester for this album. My boys on the Cinder opened for them. I went with them." And dude goes, "Oh yeah, On the Cinder." He unbuttons his flannel and he's wearing an On the Cinder t-shirt under it.
Nice.
And it's like, damn, that's cool.
That's very cool.
Like, yeah. Hey, Josh Wells is in the chat here.
Hey, Josh.
He's watching on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, we're on Twitch for the first time this week.
So far, so good?
Yeah, so far we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube.
Supposedly.
Yeah, well, we're obviously on Facebook and YouTube because we've got people in the chat.
You're right.
So then we go to Revolver, and I grabbed a couple of we're going through the newly in stock used records.
Okay.
And Brian finds Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire. He's like, "Aren't you looking for this?" I'm like, "No, but I want it." Took that, and then I found a record by The Who. Good and choice. Brian's like, "Yeah, you want that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, sure. If you say I want this, I want this." And so we're still looking through, and we were there for a while, and we're still looking through, and I found a copy of, I don't know what drew me to the Metallica vinyl. Because
I don't know why
I own every single Metallica record that I figure I would find in a record store right now.
Yeah.
Because everything I'm looking for is like way too much on the secondhand market. So it's like, all right, there's nothing that's going to be in there that I'm going to leave with. And there's a copy in there of Metallica and Lou Reed, Lulu, which is impossible to find.
Okay.
And I know Brian has specifically been looking for a copy of that. So I said, Brian. He's like, what's up? Pulled it out. He's like, really? Yeah, dude, you take it.
Aww.
Really? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, if they re-release it or whatever, like, I'll grab that. But I'm not, like, too concerned about getting this album. He's like, really?
Aww.
Yeah. He's like, oh, thanks. And then we found out when we were cashing out, the reason that they had it in stock and it was $30, it was CDs. It wasn't the vinyl.
Oh, was he still happy?
He was like, they were like, oh, okay, we'll delete it. You didn't know. And Brian's like, no, just, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And so he took it and he's like, I don't even own a CD player, but I'll take it. Like, okay, well, you can play it on your game consoles or your computer or whatever,
That's true.
Um,
I'm sure he'll figure it out.
So I got home and I'm like, all right, let me check out this, Pennywise vinyl.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I listened to Rage first. That was the first thing I listened to when I got home. No, Boss Tones, and then Rage, and then Pennywise. And I'm listening to Pennywise, and it gets to like the third or fourth song, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this song. This song's in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, which I have now 2 copies of that work. Because the day that I got the PC copy,
yeah,
I found out how to make the Xbox copy work, and I tried it, and it works. So it's like now I have 2 copies of it.
You have options.
I have options. I could play it in 2 different rooms now.
At once.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But I had been playing, and then it's like, this song comes on. I'm like, wait a minute. This song's in Tony Hawk. That's where I know this song from.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, cool. It was
what song it was?
It's called This World.
How's it go?
I can't sing it on the air because
Damn you.
copyrights.
Well, when my phone goes off,
And I don't know it off the
Linus
top of my
and
head,
Lucy,
so yeah.
You know.
I don't know it off the top of my head, so.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just like, it's like, hey, wait a minute, that's cool. And then just the other day, I got The Offspring, Ixnay on the Hombre. So now, which I joked was, now I have the other half of the Crazy Taxi soundtrack. Because half the songs on the game Crazy Taxi are from one Bad Religion record that I own.
Oh.
And then half the songs from, the other half of the songs are from Ixnay on the Hombre from The Offspring.
I didn't know that was is it a good game?
Crazy Taxi is one of my favorite games.
How does it work?
You're a cab driver and you have to get people to their destinations. It is way more fun than it sounds. It's just it's an arcade game, and you just you just have to race against time to get these people to their destinations, and you have to basically do it without and we now have somebody watching on Twitch. It's Laura.
Aww.
She's been drafted to Twitch.
Jasmine, she says she's gonna miss you. Maybe you'll have to go over to Twitch too. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Twitch.
Why we're broadcasting on Twitch, I have no idea. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Why not? It was a package deal, wasn't it?
I'm paying for this Restream.io, and mostly because it's like, oh, well, if you want to broadcast from your Facebook page, and it made sense when we were doing the Watch Live Anywhere, and I figure if I keep this service, it's $20 a month. If I keep this service, then when I want to do a Living Brain Dead stream, I just switch to all the Living Brain Dead stuff and drop the ThinkSoJoE stuff and do it over there. So.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's, but it's like, hey, I might as well do Twitch while I'm at it. Because what happens now is we just stream to one service and they send it out to everybody else. So we're streaming to Restream, and then Restream sends it out to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and that's their chat window over there.
Okay.
That we have.
That's a separate app, right?
That is a separate app. I got a Facebook message at some point, and it was probably Leland. So I should probably
That's
check
important.
that. Yeah. Let's see. Might be a different user's issue. I haven't had any. Oh, he says we sound good. Okay. Leland, I will send you the Zoom info during the first song break, and then we'll get you guys on.
Yeah.
at that point.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I wish we could hug him.
Yeah.
I can't reach.
Leland got a hug, back when we did the Sauce Day.
Yeah.
So Jasmine's trolling Leland on social media. She says his new single is great, and it's Ritual Walk.
Yep.
Who don't exist anymore, as we established last week when we played them. Yeah.
She wanted us to play some Mojo Stone this week, but we had other plans.
It's a Leland takeover. All of Leland's music all the time on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE show. Anyway.
Worst things could happen.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, what if it was all Leland's fancy karaoke style things all the time? What were the songs that he did that? One was Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
I don't know what you're even referring to.
I don't know. He put videos up. We'll talk to him about it, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
He
I don't know anything about this.
Or it looked like he was in a studio, but it was basically the same idea as karaoke. Like, I don't know. We'll talk to him about it.
Like I was doing with the rap songs?
No, it was fancier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My rap songs weren't fancy enough for you?
They were just fancy enough for me.
She's drafted to Twitch and can't even get a gimmick change. You got to hit your best friend with a briefcase. That's how you get a gimmick change. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys with your wrestling references and in-jokes.
Or get shot when you're marrying a demon. That happened on wrestling this week.
I'm really glad that you explained that all to me.
You would have
because otherwise I would be like, fucking, I'm out. I can't keep up with you. I don't know.
Well, the picture of him laying with a gunshot wound in his chest it came up, and it's like, okay, I have to tell you about this and why people are complaining about this, because people are fucking stupid and don't get that wrestling is supposed to be entertaining. Like, I miss when wrestling was just two guys in Speedos grappling with each other all for an hour. Like, yeah, okay, go take your fucking DeLorean and go back to 1956 and be offended by Gorgeous George and leave the entertaining wrestling to the rest of us. Like last week, I showed you the Chris Jericho and MJF Le Dinner Debonair.
That was pretty funny. Like, I don't know the characters. I know of them, but I don't know their character situation. But that was entertaining, like, as a standalone bit.
Sure, and so Jim Cornette, of course, has to, fuck these guys and fuck this mud show outlaw bullshit that they're doing, and they're ruining wrestling, and they just ruined MJF. Like, dude, shut up. Nobody cares. Like, what a shock. You don't like something in wrestling, and some guys, is he wrong? Like, hop in your DeLorean, go back to 1985 if you don't like what wrestling is. Now that we know that wrestling is not actual competition and actual wrestling, this shit is entertaining. Oh, well, they lost 600,000 viewers over the last year. Like,
this year's not really a good one to gauge.
And they still regularly do 800,000 viewers every week. It's not bad for a show in its first year.
Well, you got to figure the McMahons are excellent business people.
It's not even the McMahons. It's the Khans.
Okay, I don't know shit about it.
This is AEW we're talking about. That's not. They're beating Vince McMahon every Wednesday night.
Well, I was just gonna say that you got to figure it would be in their best business interest to do it if they're doing it.
Well, and that rant was like the first time I ever stopped and thought about Jim Cornette as like, wait a second, no, he's just doing that. He doesn't hate this. He doesn't really hate. He's doing this because he knows people are going to tune in to hear him doing this, and it keeps his sponsors happy.
Oh.
He doesn't hate this, and I'll tell you why I don't think Jim Cornette actually hates that is because he likes Family Guy. If you like Family Guy, but you didn't like that Chris Jericho segment last week, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're lying.
Yeah.
And that was the first, and I always felt like his co-host, Brian Last, is just like, oh yeah, Jim, you're absolutely right. This is stupid, and it's really ridiculous. And I didn't watch it for fun at all. I just watched it because we do this show together. Like, So it's like there's shit I don't get in pro wrestling, and that like other people love. But if I watch a segment in wrestling and I'm smiling at the end of it, what's wrong with that?
Aw.
What is wrong with a segment that makes people happy, that entertains people, that makes people smile? What's wrong with that? And so now this thing on Tuesday on Impact Wrestling where they, this dorky guy is getting married to this demon, and he gets, then the lights go out and he gets shot. And then there's cheesy acting from Tommy Dreamer. Why'd they shoot Bravo? Who shot Bravo? No! Like, okay. Like, is it stupid? Maybe it is. Am I going to tune in next week because I want to see who did it? Yeah.
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
No ideas.
No ideas.
Okay.
Maybe Hernandez, because Hernandez thought he stole money from him.
Really? You think he'd do it over money?
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I guess
you got to tune into Impact next week and find out.
And that's yesterday night?
That's Tuesdays, yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna watch it. I can just hear about it next Wednesday.
I don't typically talk about Impact Wrestling on this show, but it's just this is why I hate wrestling fans, is because wrestling fans. Oh well, that's not what wrestling is. There's not supposed to be skits like this. And then you've got Courtney Rush who plays the character Rosemary, who's the demon that was getting married to this guy, and she's just like, you know what I remember about wrestling? I don't remember wrestling matches, but I remember. Next Tuesday is kind of an important night. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I remember, Macho Man getting his arm bit by the snake. And I remember, these other things. Like, I remember these skits and these stories. Like, that's what I remember about wrestling. So, wrestling's always been like this. And she's kind of right. There's always been weddings in wrestling. And I think the only reason Tommy Dreamer was upset at the end of the show about Bravo getting shot is it wasn't him. Because he wanted to do it in ECW back in the 90s. He wanted to actually have a sniper, like, shoot him in the middle of the ring.
That doesn't sound as entertaining to me.
But it was like this blood feud between him and this guy, Raven, who is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I was just
going to say, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And he was having this blood feud. And the story was, like, they knew each other from summer camp. And so they just had this rivalry just all through until they got to ECW, and they just kept fighting, and then Tommy just couldn't get one over on Raven. So Tommy wanted to have a story where he's standing in the middle of the ring and Raven hired a sniper to shoot him. They're like, we can't do that. That's not safe.
No, that's fucked up.
Like it's not safe for our fans. We don't give a shit about if you get shot.
Right.
But if he misses,
yeah,
no, we can't. No. So, but that's what it is. But Laura is right. Next Tuesday is kind of important.
What's next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday is election day.
Oh,
election. So
is wrestling canceled?
No. We gotta fill out these ballots though. We gotta get them.
I haven't even opened mine.
Yeah, we gotta send them out.
I know.
And vote.
I know.
That's important. It doesn't, whoever you're voting for, vote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I assume most of our viewers and listeners, I assume most of them are
not Trump supporters.
Not Trump supporters.
To say the very least.
So, if you want to vote for Biden, cool. If you want to vote for Trump, I don't understand, but cool.
Yeah.
If you want to vote for Joe Jorgensen, again, I don't understand, but cool. I had my reasons why I was going to vote for Joe Jorgensen, but I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think I might change my mind on that. And then there's, all these other, lesser known candidates.
Yeah.
That you can vote for. And then you have to
kind of wonder if it's a waste of a vote to vote for a third party, or, you gotta wonder, does your vote really count because it's the Electoral College that really counts.
Let me break down what you just said, and then we'll get to music in a second. But let me break down what you just said, and that is, yes, your vote. You are not throwing away your vote if you vote third party.
Okay.
It is not a wasted vote. Every vote for a third party helps that third party.
Okay.
There is no such thing as a wasted vote. Laura agrees with me,
All
if you can
right.
believe that. And unfortunately, no, your vote really, depending on where you live. Like in Virginia, my friend John, his vote might count. Here in New York, my vote don't mean shit. This state's going blue anyway. We haven't gone red since 1929.
Okay.
So, anyway, time for music. And this is going to be Evening Slumber. This is a brand new song, just
and when
debuting
we get back,
right
we're
now.
gonna get saucy, guys.
And this song is called A Shot in the Dark on old WNY Think So Joe Show.
Are you scared to cross the line, or are you just scared to know your fate? And do you fear the great unknown, or do you fear when we disintegrate? Oh, if there's an afterlife, digital or otherwise, there's not a great divide to keep me from you. I cannot specify just how hard that I would try. Could be the last thing I do. If it's a shot in the dark, I hope that you know I'm gonna take it. If I can feel you out there somewhere, oh, I will bring you home again. When it all comes down, where will you be found? Will you hear my shout? We promise forever, we don't have the time. We hope for tomorrow, but we can't rely. And looks are deceiving, are we even alive? I'm afraid to admit I don't know. If it's a shot in the dark, I hope that you know I'm gonna take it. If I can feel you out there somewhere, oh, I will bring you home again. I've got a feeling that we should never be apart. And I would search for you forever, oh, just to heal your fragile heart. It'll be alright. In my arms so tight, we still have tonight. Oh, the world is in chaos, we're nearing the end. There's no time to fix it, we're over the bend. But how to prepare for whatever comes next? I don't want to be left in the cold. Time to go to war, prepare for the violence. Baby got the flag and left us in silence. Water rising high, abandoning science. Pushing up daisies, choking on violence. Time to go to war, prepare for the violence. Baby got the flag and left us in silence. Water rising high, abandoning science. Pushing up daisies, choking on violence. If it's a shot in the dark, I hope that you know I'm gonna take it. If I can feel you out there somewhere, oh, I will bring you home again. I've got a feeling that we should never be apart. And I would search for you forever, oh, just to heal your fragile heart.
Evening Slumber on old WNY Think So Joe Show. We're losing volume like rapidly. What the fuck? Let's turn that up a little. And yeah, I don't know what's going on. Check,
All right.
check.
Well, we'll work with it.
Okay. That's like as loud as it goes.
What
I don't
is
know.
going on?
I don't know. That's weird. Like we just randomly lost volume through the song. So, all right, let's. But we're gonna get saucy in a second here.
Yeah.
We're just we're connecting, and they're
Uh-oh.
sideways.
They're sideways.
They are sideways. How do I get to the Zoom scene? There we go. Hey, there you go. You guys are sideways.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
I can
Yes.
hear you, but you are sideways. You're like this way.
You guys. It's always a fun time.
I don't know.
Hello?
We'll just watch you
Hello.
this way.
That's beautiful. How it is. Are we sideways?
Yeah.
sideways.
Sideways.
You're sideways,
si-
and I'm not. Now you're the other
That's,
sideways.
yeah, cool.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, hey,
you
there
go.
they are. All right.
Hey,
What's
Okay.
up, guys?
not much. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're swell, doing the sauce thing, hanging out.
Yeah.
Ryan's playing Crash Bandicoot.
Saw that on your
Alright.
screen when you flipped to the other camera for a second there.
Yeah,
Well,
that good PlayStation.
let's touch on Evening Slumber really quick, because we just
Sure.
played some. So you have this single coming out. We snuck it in here, but it's coming out Friday, right?
Right on, yeah. Same day
Okay.
as the sauce.
Very
sure.
cool. Very cool. So
Yeah.
what made you decide to do Evening Slumber? Just what made you feel that you needed an alternative outlet besides just the sauce?
I got, I feel like I just have a lot of songs to be sung, I suppose, for a way of putting it. I mean, Ryan's got his other project, Strange Standard, and for me, it just allows me like a different creative outlet entirely. It's working with different people, different creativity sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, fun, yeah.
What kind of anybody we know that you're working with?
It's pretty much a instrumental brainchild of Chris Cole and Doug Light from Watchmen Studios. So it's pretty much just like it's fun. Like we kind of build the songs like really as we go. It's very kind of artistic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good collab. Yeah, good collab. I think good little
Excellent.
niche.
Yeah,
Weird
it
pop metal.
sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Now,
You can hear Chris Cole's got that crazy growl in the bridge of that song.
yeah, that was
Um,
that took me by surprise. But
It's
it fits so well. It's an awesome song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fun lyrical content and stuff, good stuff.
Yeah. So, Ryan, tell us a little bit about your side project, about Strange Standard. I know you're probably not doing too much right now, but give us a little summary.
I don't know. It's kind of like not like the Doors, but a modern spin on it. But there's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, we've booked them way long ago, I believe.
Yeah, it was before
Yeah.
Ryan got in the band. We booked
Yeah.
him a few times.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
I would love to see them with you.
At the time, though, but way back in the day. Now there's like in any show there could be like 6 of us basically, 6 or 7 of us depending on what we have going on. So
Yeah.
it's a fun it's a big group,
Yeah,
So the sound wall is very big, and me and Leland usually just play acoustic. So
right.
it's a nice being a full band setting, playing out live, and
Yeah.
having my full job be pretty much lead guitar for
Cool.
the most part. Play rhythm when I feel like it, that kind of a deal.
Cool.
So it's helped my lead playing for Soft a lot. So
Right on.
It's a good time. It's some groovy tunes, Groovy tunes. Hopefully
Groovy
there's one
tunes.
Soft coming soon.
So I don't think you guys can see this. I think only the people on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook can see this. But Joe got a new toy. It's like a virtual whiteboard. So he's actually drawing over you guys. So you probably want to watch back.
Yeah.
later.
Disgusting.
Nothing too bad, but I think you'll get a
Probably
chuckle.
making my head an egg, right? I mean, making my head an egg, aren't you, Joe?
No,
Ooh, that's a good one.
no. Right now you have devil horns,
Right?
and Leland has a halo.
I'll take it. As long as I'm biblical, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so, all right. How are you guys dealing with quarantine? I mean, it's not quarantine really anymore, but we're still locked down and socially distant. How are you guys dealing?
Ryan bought like 18 pets, so he's not Oh,
what you
man.
got, Ryan? What you got?
We have 3 cats and 2 dogs.
All right.
One Chihuahua though, so it's really just a 4th cat. So you might as well say 4 cats and a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But one won't poop in the litter box,
Right. Well, you should
Might as
train
well.
them.
I know. I was thinking about it. I go,
It's
probably
possible.
in the long run. But I've been, with my dog. I know it's been getting colder, but as we still have some semi-warm weather,
Yeah,
I'll take the dog out on the longboard, and the dog will pull me.
that's pretty
Piper.
cool. That's
Our
pretty
chocolate
sweet.
lab. Yeah, and everyone sees me around the neighborhood. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" So the old people are throwing me a thumbs up. They're like, "That's fucking sweet." So I get some of those looks and things like that. Other dog owners, the dog or something like that, they're like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, that kind of stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, just chilling. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
A lot of Call of Duty.
All right.
Not very good. Working on it.
All right.
That's been about my struggle bus.
How about you, Leland?
A lot of music stuff, between thoughts. We got this single "Peace Out" coming up. We got we're always working on other stuff and things that will later happen,
Mhm.
And then I got "Evening Slumber," which we're just hammering at it too, because why not?
Yeah.
What shows going on? I would say invest in the studio. That's a good point. I would
Invest your time there.
personally say that that quarantine hasn't really affected musicians, or at least us as creators, but has affected us as performers.
Right on.
Because people, we're still writing music, same as we were beforehand.
Yeah.
And band practices are usually still going, depending on who's comfortable with that and stuff like that.
Right on.
So none of that has really changed as much, but what you prepare for and what you do is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So now we haven't practiced for playing live in a while, but we've been really cracking out new tunes, which is what we've been wanting to do. So
Yeah.
it's almost like a nice little break to a point too.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing, it's like it's busy, and it's like you take away time that you can almost spend writing the new tunes to like prepare for the show and be crisp for the show,
Yeah.
and it's like now we're just full creative energy, balls to the wall, let's do it,
New crispy
it's
tunes.
fun, yeah,
Right on.
playing around
right
with some stuff, not for peace out, but
on.
just seeing what'll happen in the future, just for fun.
Cool.
It's all creative energy. Good
So,
energy. Mhm.
so tell us about Peace Out. Like, is this going to be on an EP, or are you just releasing the single? Are you saving it for some bigger things?
It's a single for now for sure.
Mhm.
But over time, I think Yellow Sauce is definitely a story focused band to an extent. Like we've got our story, and I think at a point, be it like an album or an EP or whatever, we'll continue like what happened after the Ballad of Bob Paul album. But like we're kind of like just stepping away from that fresh. Like what if we just wrote songs? What if we just made music?
Okay.
And not necessarily a story element to it. So some singles that way for a while. There will be more singles to come, for sure, that are not necessarily story focused.
Okay.
So
Maybe
where
they
that
could
builds
compile another kind of EP or something like that once you get them all pumped out there, some kind of collection.
maybe an album. I think that'll make sense.
That
Yeah,
would be very
album or
cool.
I've got to
Bunch of
warn
singles.
everybody that's listening and tuning in because of Yellow Sauce that I am not on this new song. It's just those two guys. They're over
No,
there.
we gotta
Got to point that way.
we gotta figure out how to work Joe into the non-story songs as well, because like it's worth it for sure.
Yeah.
If there's an album, there'll definitely be like some, you can expect for sure that Joe will be there by the time we got the songs compiled that way.
Cool.
But like I want like we need some some Rick Astley covers or something about it with Joe singing.
Stepping on my other band's gimmick with that one.
Right. Right.
I got to show you guys something. I'll be right back. So Karina will continue for a
Okay.
minute here.
So, speaking of Rick Astley and the Living Brain Dead gimmick with that, is there any covers that you guys are like, man, it really would be fun to do this song?
We talk about it a lot, honestly.
Yeah, there's
We never really get there.
there's one. I don't want to tell you what it is because someone might take the idea. I looked for it. No one's done it yet, so I'm keeping it under wraps. But I'll throw it out there as soon as it's done. Now that I'm talking about it, but yeah, I mean, we're planning on having a collection of covers, just have different takes on some people's favorite tunes and stuff like that.
Right on.
Classify it, like
Soft,
the Dragon
yep.
Force thing.
I was saying you guys just
Yeah.
did Dragon Force.
Well,
yeah.
I think that
That was
if you're taking requests, I think you guys should do Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun to listen to and watch you guys do.
Some Saigar Feezy. Echo.
So last year on Halloween, you guys jumped on a bill at the last possible second, and I was already at the venue, so I couldn't get my yellow sauce gear, like my glasses and my, my shirt and my tie and my book. So Leland brought me this.
Uh-oh.
If it'll focus, I can't.
Here, go like this.
We're
That's a
trying.
museum item right there.
No,
Well,
it's
they
not.
can.
Yeah,
Yellow
like
sauce can see it. It's just not focusing on the camera for the people at home. But it's a
Show 'em the
saucy.
back.
It's a saucy Halloween by BP Nana, and there's a big dick on the back of it there. Yeah, I still have this. I've been meaning to return it to you, and I keep forgetting every time I see you.
I'm pretty sure that was a gift. It was
It's a good book.
the entertainment.
What book's under there?
Oh, it is a good book right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is,
What is it? I Am Better Than Your Kids.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's a world class piece right there. That book.
Trying to find the title page. I Am Better Than Your Kids by Maddox. That's what this book is. But
Right on.
but yeah, that's it's still here.
Like,
I keep seeing it on the shelf, and I'm like, I gotta remember to bring that to Leland next time I see him. And every time I see you, I forget. So,
Fine, dude. Fine, dude.
yeah.
Echo.
Anyways,
Cats making appearances on the ThinkSoJoE shows.
What's this cat's name?
This is Abel.
Abel?
This is
As in Cain and
Yeah.
Abel?
as in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Cain and Abel too, though.
There's two series that can make a grown
But-
man cry.
Yeah, right. We got Abel, and then we got Jesse Pinkman.
Okay,
That
okay.
was- yeah.
Cool.
We name our cats after badass television.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we
Right.
have Tigger, which is so badass, and Snowball, which just makes you cringe, right?
Right on.
somebody actually came and visited, and they're like, they thought Snowball was a girl because why would you name your boy cat Snowball? It's the name of the
Just sounds
Simpsons cat.
Uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Snowball has any gender gravity to it whatsoever, especially not in 2020. Like Snowball is an inanimate object. It's a good cat name. It's cat,
Yeah. But
Snowball.
I don't know if you are how many times you've been over here. Only a couple since I've been with Joe. But Snowball is the luxurious long-furred one. So you kind of look at Snowball and think that's a pretty cat. So you kind of think, I would forgive them for using the wrong pronoun. Try harder next time,
Fair point. I mean,
But-
pretty's just pretty. Fine.
But
Right
will
on.
Snowball
Like
forgive you for using the wrong pronoun?
I think that Snowball is a forgiving cat. I mean, look at all the shit that he tolerates from Whisper.
He needs to start
That's
a Twitter.
mature.
He needs to start his own Twitter account and have like he, him in his bio.
Can Snowball have a Twitter account?
Sure, why not? Whisper's got one.
Do you guys Twitter?
There you go. Who?
Do you guys Twitter? Tweet?
Yellow Sauce is on Twitter. It's like you can follow it or you cannot. We don't. Neither of us think about Twitter.
No, I used to be in my high school days. I don't know. I just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
There's so many of them social media apps
I
that I
know.
was like, I can drop Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm so exhausted myself. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's just energy.
It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like the most important social media outlet for musicians, unless you're like a
Right.
very, very large musician.
Right on.
I feel
What
like
about my-
Instagram and Facebook and that stuff much more important.
Reverb,
What's that?
Reverb Nation doesn't get
Reverb
any more
Nation.
important
Yeah,
than
that's super important for you guys.
I don't trust Reverb Nation. We don't have any music up there, and I keep getting emails from them like, "Hey, this guy liked your song."
Oh man.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
he must have heard it somewhere else. Like, even before we had any music out, where I'm getting emails like that. This guy liked your song. Like, okay, what song? We don't have any music out.
Reverb Nation probably hasn't been updated since like 2004. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Yeah, I don't know the last time that I actually looked at Reverb Nation. It's all
Me either.
Bandcamp is the way to go.
Bandcamp and
You got to get
SoundCloud.
you got to
depending
get
on
the
the genre.
Bandcamp, and then next Friday, the first Friday of the month, they're waiving their fees again. So
Yes, that's
buy
great.
your Yellow Sauce merch and your Living Brain Dead merch and everything else on Bandcamp next Friday.
That's great.
Right on. The physical Bob Paul CDs are now available on the Bandcamp.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, how much are they running?
I think it's like probably like 12 or 13 bucks after shipping.
Oh, cool.
Like- CD,
yeah.
a little bit to ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's our first shippable merch because we're lazy. But you might get some goodies too. We're generous about it.
Yeah, cool.
We got our sauce trinkets, and
Yeah.
there's still a few of the acoustic version albums kicking around that we'll probably never really come back to, but they're around there.
Cool.
That'll be that's the rarities collection if I ever heard it.
Nice.
Great.
I usually kick out some stickers and pins and stuff with CD orders. So
Yeah.
Right on. That's the way to go. And if you can get some like irrelevant stuff too, like things that have nothing to do with your band, but like are just an appreciation, like a pin that says "I pooped" or something, like something that people laugh at and have an impression. Like that's where we want to get. But for now, we just have things that say like Yellow Sauce on them. That's kind of lame, but like
right
that's
on.
merchandise.
you know what you got to do is you got to do what the Dreadnecks do, and you got to fill your CD envelope with confetti.
You could probably find banana confetti.
Good idea. No, we'll just fill it with sauce.
Just
Oh,
just,
Like, dig your hand in the sauce to get your
oh my god, just send envelopes full of mustard.
You know what? I have a bag full of like the letters that were cut out of the bookmarks because I was going to use it as confetti for the release party, but we couldn't have a physical like an actual like get together for the release. So it's just kind of growing every time we do a show now or like a stream or whatever. So
CD. It's fine.
you just dump a bunch of letters.
When
And,
everything's fully back to normal, if and when, we should do like a fashionably late release show, and we'll just celebrate it then at that point,
That
Oh,
would be
absolutely.
very cool.
And some other bands with things that they released since the start of the pandemic,
Yeah. There's been, it seems like a lot of music was released and planned to be released. It was supposed to be a great summer.
yep.
Oh my, I was going to see like every band.
I
It's
know.
going to be
Yep.
great.
Well,
I managed to see Post Malone and While She Sleeps, and He Is Legend. So like it was kind of a good year to that point. Like those, I'm excited about all those things, but
yeah,
there was a lot on the list that would have been excellent.
right on. Well, can we look forward to any, like, I know that you guys have done some live streaming and stuff through the pandemic. Are you thinking about doing any more of that kind of stuff?
Oh, I mean, I guess no. No.
Did you guys
No.
not dig
We'll get
it?
to We like it, but like it's like we're trying to really stick to that writing, just artistic focus
Yeah.
at the time. Like putting in the field work to like try to get our stuff heard online and you know, out and around, you know,
Mm.
things that like you're gonna put time into, like, I don't know, one
Expand
end
the
or the other. You
collection.
gotta expanding the collection I think is important. We like having a collection, you know.
Yeah.
A museum of music for people to one day find and listen to.
Yep.
It's great. You
For
gotta
for the aliens to listen to when they invade.
Sure, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably where it'll take off for sure. Is like,
look, I mean, if they listen to Yellow Sauce, they'll be like, no, we can't blow this place up. They got yellow sauce.
they'll just bring us with them. And
That's
y'all will
true.
be fucked.
Oh man, Joe's having fun again.
I'm drawing what you guys are thinking about.
Yep.
That's
Yeah. Ryan is thinking about eggs. And Leland is thinking about Satan, and that has an exclamation point, so he's excited about it.
yeah, that's Leland for you.
Definitely on my mind at this moment and most moments. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I bought this thing, I had no like thought of using it as a teleprompter. But then last week she was like, "Hey, can you draw over the podcast with it?" I'm like, maybe I can.
Was it me or was it Jasmine? Because I don't remember.
It was one. It was one of you.
I think it was Jasmine.
Was like, "Can you draw over the podcast?" So yeah, I'm thinking about my braids, says Laura. I don't have a. I have a.
Leland, have you ever braided your hair like Joe used to
No.
braid his?
No, certainly not like Joe. I mean, that was probably majestic and beautiful, but no, it's just there. I should get it cut, but at this point, it's like, you know, I kind of want to. It's like a measure of the pandemic, you know. It's
Right.
Like, I want to come out of it a little grizzly, and
Yeah.
I guess just grow the hair out at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
I
about the
Julia-
beard, Ryan?
Beard. Julia braided my beard when it was a little bit longer.
Yeah, just grow it a little and, put. I mean, they would have to be little braids.
Very, very Viking looking. It
Yeah.
wasn't quite long enough to like look really good. I was like, but it was funny. You can get like a bunch of small ones too, going up the chin,
Yep,
like a
yep.
Johnny.
Then
Johnny
you can get
Depp
some
kind of
head
look.
tattoos. That would look badass. You can
Was it
just
like-
get like hashtag sauce.
There you go.
Nah, dude, just a big egg.
Yeah. Sucks egg. Just a big egg. There you go.
Big
Yeah.
egg. Maybe delicious scrambled egg.
I just like how
only eat my
like
egg.
I like how everybody's on me about my braids, but nobody talks about Ryan's dreads, which were immaculate back in the day.
I know. I wish that my dreads were comparable to yours.
Don't talk about it.
I understand. Ryan,
Julia,
I was thinking about cutting all my hair off.
Yeah. Oh.
Should I like my I'll actually show you. It got like botched right here. I won't blame anyone specifically, but the mohawk got cut into and like a whole dread's worth of hair got cut out. And so I'm just trying to grow, and it's in the front. So I'm just trying to grow out. I might shave it. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to have a manic episode, and you guys are going to see me next Wednesday, and I'm going to be bald.
No, dude, just stick with the dreads.
Okay.
Better to stick with them than have to start all over again.
I
Although,
know.
unless you feel like you need that fresh start for sure.
I
know?
know. Yeah.
I don't have any more hair to do that again with.
Yeah.
So.
Do you not have the option anymore?
No, I don't have the option. That's why I said, dude, if I still had my hair, I would have done it again for sure,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
doubt.
That's me with my braids. Can't grow hair, and so now I look like Ryan.
No.
Your beards
mean-
definitely make you stand out from one another.
I look better than Ryan, but I look like Ryan. All right, so the new Yellow Sauce single is called Peace Out,
Thanks for your time, guys. It was good to chat.
and it comes out, when's that, Friday? Friday it comes out officially?
Friday, 10:30, October 30th. Celebrate Halloween and like peace out before this whole election. Everything fucking burns down anyway. Fuck
Oh
it.
my God.
Right,
I
Get out
right.
here,
know.
guys. Wake up with us.
All right, Yellow Sauce, thank you guys so much. We
Thanks.
appreciate you. We're gonna let you go now, and we're gonna get into your single here. And we'll see you guys soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, hope so as well.
All right, later, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, that was Yellow Sauce. What button is to get back to the camera? There it is. All right, now it's time for music. It is time for music. It is time for that new Yellow Sauce single. We're
Yeah.
world premiering it right now. This song is called Peace Out on All WNY. Think So Joe Show.
Good morning, beautiful afternoon. It always comes too soon. The world we live in is burning now, but hey, we've got the moon. Hey! So let's back it up and get out of here. Let me be clear, I wanna go more than you'll ever even know. I'm sick of all the intolerance. I'm calling it right now. If we don't pack up and take our share of sugar, we're going down. Hey! So let's back it up and get out of here. Let me be clear, I wanna go more than you'll ever even know. And I should probably try to fix it, but you know it's too damn broke. I'm sorry I ever even was. It's all we fear. It's all right here, and we're so full. There's no perhaps. The great collapse has begun. What can we do? The odds and you are almost done. We'll all be gone. We can't go on without love. And a little bit of sauce, baby.
Hey, we're back, and I was not prepared to be back, so yeah, hey.
Hey.
I was
That was
responding
some
to
new
people
sauce.
responding to people on YouTube because I can do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. I've not been able to do that previously, but with this new setup, yeah.
Laura
Laura
says
says
Twitch
Laura
is
says
a scary
Twitch is
place.
scary. Twitch is kind of scary.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it overwhelming because it's new?
I used to watch Impact Wrestling on there every week. So,
Oh.
so and I've watched my buddy the Coaster. I've watched him play some video games on there a couple of times. So
I don't get it. I don't get why people want to watch each other play video games.
it's like watching sports.
I guess I
Like-
only get that to an extent too.
I was sitting here the other night, and one of my friends was on Facebook Live playing Super Mario 35.
Hmm.
And I'm just watching him, and I'm just like, dude, you are fucking terrible at this. And so, like, I'm commenting, and I'm giving him, like, tips. Like, dude, this is what I do, and I win this not regularly, but, I've actually, like, gotten better than, I think his top was, like, 5th place. Like, I've won a few times, like, this is a strategy I use, So I'm just watching him, and I'm like, you know what, fuck this. And I'm like, I'm playing now. But no, competitive video gaming is like a thing now. A spectator sport.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
I actually just finished watching this Netflix docu-series, and that's called Game Over or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. But there's this docu-series on Netflix. It's about video games and the history of video games, competitive video gaming things. And so I watched that. It was a great documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the guy who runs the NBA Jam Book Twitter watched a bit of last week's show because I mentioned to him, hey, we mentioned you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jasmine had asked, we had NBA Hang Time playing on the arcade machine last week, and she said, "Who's Jennifer?" And I didn't know.
Yeah.
I guessed. I assumed it was like Mark Turmel's wife or something. It's not. It's actually one of the graphic designers for Midway,
Oh.
who she was a hidden character in NFL Blitz,
Oh.
made by Midway, and she still to this day is a character designer for NetherRealm Studios, who make Mortal Kombat.
Very interesting.
So yeah, that's we get answers on this show.
Yeah.
So that's that was cool to have a little chat with him. I'm trying to win some NBA Jam stuff from him.
Oh, like what?
He's got a contest going on. He just opened. It was unopened from 1993. A stack of the flyers that they would send out to arcades to promote their games.
Wow.
To promote the games to the arcades, not necessarily to the players, but to the operators, so that they could be like, hey, we've got this, here's this game, and here's why you want to buy this game. So it's a promotional flyer. He had an unopened stack of them, so he opened it. He said, the first flyer that comes out of this package is, I'm giving it away. You just got to retweet this tweet.
Cool.
And I was like, well, fuck. I need that for my growing NBA Jam collection over here. I got no room for anything, but I can probably find room for a flyer. I'm trying to figure out where my next shelf is going.
Yeah.
Because I just obtained like 40 records.
Yeah.
I don't know how well any of them play.
Well, you're getting through them.
So far, I've cataloged, I think, 2 of them.
Okay, you're not getting through them so good.
Well, no, and I'm trying. I actually have them in a bin with some baking soda right now, trying to get the smell out of them.
Is that in Madison's room still?
Yeah.
Do you know how it's going? And I haven't been in there.
Well, I mean, I've taken a couple of records out of there, and they smell a lot better than they did.
Yeah.
There's still an odor to them if you like hold them right up to your face.
Well, don't
But
do
once you put them in the outer sleeves, the plastic outer sleeves, that just seals that all in there. So, like when I took the Beatles record out earlier to listen to Sgt. Pepper's, right?
Yeah.
I put it back in the sleeve because I didn't know if there was enough of a smell to bother you.
There wasn't.
So I put it back in the sleeve while I was playing the record, which I don't normally do. But yeah, I grabbed. There was a bunch of loose records, and there was a bunch of but there were way more, in the sleeve records, and I grabbed shit I probably wouldn't listen to in a million years normally, but it's just like, this seems like something I should have on vinyl, like Like I got Kiss Alive. I don't like Kiss.
Yeah.
I got a Rolling Stones album. I don't like the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
But like what made this worth it, and I paid $20 for this whole like 300 and something record collection. And I got the Beatles' Abbey Road, a 1968 copy of it.
Oh.
The sleeve is beat to hell. The record sounds pretty good, all things considered, and it's got the like the cutouts still in the sleeve, which is incredible. Like that's amazing that that's still in there. Kevin has the Fraggle Rock soundtrack.
I am so jealous. My sister has the entire Fraggle Rock series on DVD.
I just last week got Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
I have the Muppet Show soundtrack.
Which Muppets?
Like
I need to see this.
I've played it for you before.
Well, I'm a stoner, so I don't remember.
Yeah, well, anyway, so I got the Muppet Show soundtrack. I got Nicktoons soundtrack.
Yes.
Which, by the way, speaking of cartoons, not only is Animaniacs coming back next month,
Yeah.
which is super exciting, just announced today, Tiny Toons is coming back. New episodes of Tiny Toons is coming back.
That's so exciting. I hope
as
they're
part
good.
as part of HBO Max, and I have a subscription to that already.
Great.
I'm not buying vinyl to music I won't be listening to. It's just I bought a collection of just a bunch of fucking vinyl, and was like, okay, this is something I might listen to. Like I got the Chicago double album.
Yeah.
Like I don't typically like bands that are named after cities. Boston.
Right.
And so I do own a Kansas album intentionally, but that's named after a state, not a city.
I guess that's different.
So, but I typically don't like bands named after cities, but I'm like, you know what? The Chicago record's in here. Both discs are in here. I just got the heavy metal soundtrack was in there, but it was missing a disc, and I'm
That
bummed.
sucks because those are good soundtracks.
I'm bummed. Like the disc I have is fine. But so I'm like, you know what? I want to go downstairs and I want to go look for this record. Meanwhile, I'm talking to my best friend Turtle, and he's like, oh, you should come visit my island in Animal Crossing, and I'll give you some bells, and I'll give you some fruit, and I'll give you, a bunch of recipes. And I'm like, dude, I want to go do this thing. He's like, oh, well, no, you should come to my island. So I went downstairs. I flipped through all the loose records, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm coming upstairs. I'll go visit your island. And he gave me a bunch of stuff. So
yeah. Animal Crossing.
Bands named after countries or continents.
Well, we all know the
there-
song Africa.
I would say there is a band, I think, called Africa.
I'm pretty
There's
sure
a band
right.
called America. They do the horse with no name.
That's true.
Right? So I don't know. I guess that's a country.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But I got but the first one I cataloged out of all the ones I grabbed was the Lionel Richie record that's got All Night Long on it.
Yep.
I was watching Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory last weekend, and Rich Swann won the title. I'm like, yeah, all right, I got that Lionel Richie record. Let me grab that and pop that on now so I can celebrate. Oh, Europe, the final countdown. Asia. Yeah, Asia.
Maybe that's what I was thinking
Okay.
of instead of Africa.
Yeah. Isn't there a band called Africa? You know what I did get? You know what I did get out of that collection? USA for Africa. We Are the World.
That's awesome.
That was in there. I'm like, I'm taking this. I got like the Supremes Greatest Hits.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
a double disc. I'm like, or like a triple disc or something.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll take this. And there's like a bunch of compilation stuff that I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, let me do this too.
Compilations are so tempting because, there's good stuff hidden in there.
I grabbed one that looked really good, but I wasn't sure if it was the original artists. And that's what you got to look out for with compilation albums.
True.
Are they the original artists? And so I grabbed this record and I brought it upstairs. And when I went to go through it and I'm cleaning all these records, I looked at it. I'm like, you know what? Before I even bother with this one, let me see if this is anything worth keeping. And no, it was Columbia House Records fucking house band or whatever doing them. So, and like some of the comments were like, oh man, some of these are really good versions, but I'm like, I don't want those versions. I want the originals. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some, okay stuff, I guess.
Yeah, it was worth your time.
You know, $20 for all those records, even if I'm just keeping Sgt. Pepper's, that's worth it. Because that's going for $20 shipped on Discogs right now in probably the same condition I have it in.
Yeah.
So, and it plays all the way through. We just listened to it before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I you know, got quite a few. So, I'm waiting on some sleeves right now. They should be here, I think, like Tuesday or something. Next Tuesday is what it says, but that doesn't mean it's not getting here before then. It's leaving, I think, Tennessee or something today. So it'll probably be here like Friday, Saturday. But once those get here, then I'll really start getting into those and getting them sorted and cataloged and up in the stacks. And then I got to get a new shelf because I'll be out of room with 40 more records. So, but now the problem is, I'm looking at shelves, and so I'm sitting here with a tape measure and, like, measuring all the open spots where I could put it. And it's like, nope, can't go there. Nope, can't go there. So I got to find room. Because the idea is to, like, move that shelf over there. Actually, what I'd like to do is put it behind me by the window over there.
Okay.
But I got to make sure it's not completely blocking the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura says move. I got to make sure it's not completely blocking the window, and I got to, you know, I was also thinking maybe I could put it over here, but then, like, if I put it over here, then the TV's got to go over there.
Oh.
Because that's where the shelf with the video games would end up going. So it's, you know, I actually have a floor plan, like, drawn up in Inkscape.
That's funny.
I was using my little pen here and marking measurements, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, so you know, it's gonna fill up quick.
Yeah. Is it?
What's left?
How long has this collection been going on for?
Since like March.
So this is a pandemic collection.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, it happened during the pandemic,
Right.
but I wouldn't say that. So I cataloged in like March was when I first started.
You still had records before.
And
that.
I think I had like 80 something records back then.
Okay.
Or like, I think the number was like 77 and now it's like
Yeah.
250 something. And that's not counting like 39 of the 41 records
Yeah.
that are in the bin there. So, you know, it's been growing a lot. And when I built this shelf over here, I'm just like, yeah, this will last me a while. I won't need to think about shelving for quite a bit. And now it's like, fuck, I got to think about shelving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I found a nice one from Walmart that's only like $60.
Okay.
And I think it's like a 3x2 for the cubes,
Okay.
which would probably hold about another 300 records. Because that's about what's up in there is about 300 records, or what that will eventually end up holding.
Yeah.
And of course, you got to consider box sets and things like that. So I'm still waiting on this Linkin Park box set. I'm kind of mad at Amazon again. I'm not like furious. I'm not like yelling at their customer service this time, but it's just like twice this month I've had pre-orders. The first time was early this month. I had the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory box set pre-ordered. And then just yesterday, I had the Weird Al Yankovic coffee table book.
Right.
That was supposed to come out yesterday. Well, I think it came out like Friday, and I was supposed to get... Or no, it came out yesterday. I was supposed to get it yesterday. And I get an email, and they're like, oh, yeah, we don't know when you're getting this. Do you still want it? Which is... And it's the same thing they did with Linkin Park. They're like, we can't get this to you till like a month and a half from now, but do you still want it? And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, sure. I mean, it's my own damn fault for ordering from Amazon and not direct from Linkin Park like Brian did, who's got the box set and is really enjoying it. But I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I guess I'll just listen to my regular copy of Hybrid Theory until then.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. So the box set's got like a bunch of like, B-sides and stuff like that. And 3 Facts of Life: 1, you're born; 2, you'll die; 3, Joe will be angry with Amazon.
Or FedEx.
Usually FedEx.
Yeah.
Usually FedEx. Anyway, which I'm pretty sure somebody's actually said that before on this show. back when Brian was co-hosting about FedEx. But anyway, so yeah, so, you know, it's like, all right, fine, whatever. I already got the order. I don't feel like finding it and placing another order. And then the Weird Al book, same deal. Like, whatever, just send it to me when you got it. As long as I fucking get it. You know, I didn't feel like sitting there arguing, but it's just like, come on, guys. Twice in a month, you fuck over my pre-orders.
Yeah.
Like, why did I pre-order if you can't get it to me in a reasonable time frame after it comes out? I don't
waiting a month is kind of shit.
I don't necessarily care about getting it the day it comes out.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get it the day it comes out, great. And in fact, I got an email from Amazon like a month ago, like, oh, you'll be getting this Weird Al book the day it comes out.
Assholes.
Yeah, right. So I don't care. Get it to me in a day or two after it comes out, at least. What am I paying for Prime shipping for if I got to wait till November to get something that came out in early October?
Yeah.
But
Joe World Problems. Make it a new hashtag, guys. Joe World Problems.
I wonder if anybody tweeted out hashtag Ryan sucks eggs when I had it up on the screen.
None of us tweet. Well, Kevin tweets now.
Kevin missed the whole segment with the pen.
Oh. Can you draw on us?
I can draw on us.
Draw on us.
I can, let's click here and then click here and get the device here and
okay.
Oh, it did that thing again that it did the last time. I don't want it to do that thing. It's dragging in instead of. All right, there we go. That's okay. What do we got? Highlighted yellow, so we want red, and there it is. That is a shitty heart.
That's clever.
Yeah, we have a telestrator. Yay.
Yay.
I have nothing better to do with my time and money.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of use out of it if you haven't already.
I literally, like, I bought this thing because I'm like, hey, maybe I could get back into drawing.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get back into drawing, and I'm like, man, I really suck at this with this thing. Which, it's just a matter of...
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Learning how... Because there's no screen on it. It's just black. So I have to draw here and look there. And, well, actually over there, because that's where the actual screen is with the drawing. And so, but I bought it for no reason whatsoever other than, maybe I'll get back into drawing if I buy this.
Yeah.
So I bought this, and then, Jasmine must have said it because you said you didn't say it. Can you draw for the podcast? I'm like, hey, maybe. So I figured out how to draw for the podcast just in time to have Yellow Sauce on the show so I could just, indicate that Ryan is thinking about eggs.
Yeah. I didn't ask Ryan what his favorite kind of eggs were. When we can have them over again, like
you'll make eggs.
I will hard boil some eggs and we can throw them at Ryan. Or just make him an egg salad sandwich, either way. Or we could throw them at Ryan to crack them and then make egg salad sandwiches out of the cracked eggs.
Sounds like a plan.
I think I'm going to make some hard-boiled eggs.
Sounds like a plan.
Just for us, not for Ryan.
Yeah. He'll just suck them anyway. He wouldn't get any enjoyment out of it.
I wonder if he, pokes a hole in them and sucks the yolk out. The...
Drawing makes for good radio, says Laura.
Yeah.
She is not wrong.
Right.
But I'm drawing as we're talking. So, you don't necessarily have to see what you can use your imagination if you're listening on Whole WNY or on the podcast later.
Imagine.
Yeah. So Jasmine's always in the comments like sponsored. We are technically, if you listen to the podcast, like after not the live listen on All WNY, but if you go to 716 Bands or your favorite podcasting platform after the show and you listen to the show, we are technically sponsored by Anchor.
Yeah.
So but I don't have to ever mention it because it's
already on there.
It just runs as an ad after the second song. So,
but speaking of sponsors,
yes, speaking of sponsors,
Karina's Cookies will be beginning in November, sponsoring the ThinkSoJoE show. We're going to have a contest every week. Not exactly sure what the contest will be yet, but it's going to take some kind of participation from you guys, and you'll win a treat bag from Karina's Cookies. And Joe just drew a thought bubble that I am thinking about cookies. And that's right. I am thinking about cookies. I don't just have cookies. I also have these delicious guys. They're chocolate dipped pretzels. I keep making them. Like, I'm going to keep these and set them aside. And then when I make platters, I'll garnish them with the chocolate dipped pretzels. And then I eat them all in my sleep. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then when I come to bed, I have to move the bags
And dishes.
bowls and everything else.
Yeah, but yeah, so stay tuned. Starting in November, I'm going to be fuck you. I'm going to be giving away some treats via ThinkSoJoE. So there. Eat a cookie, biatch.
All right, we'll remove the Rick Astley.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know. I just was like, the only thing I can think of to do with this is write Ryan sucks eggs when yellow sauce is on. So put that in its little holder there. But yeah. Anyway, it's JT's birthday in 2 weeks. Yesterday is 2 weeks from Friday.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm going to celebrate.
Are you going to send him a card?
I don't know. Maybe. I'll at least send him a, happy birthday Facebook post or something.
Well, I would hope so.
I mean, I usually publicly share JT's birthday.
What day of the week is it on?
It's
Will
on
it
a
be
Friday.
Okay, it's not on a Wednesday.
No, it's 2 weeks from Friday.
Okay.
2 weeks from Friday. It's on Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So your birthday present came in the mail today.
Is that the patch?
No, that was just because I had the money to get it present.
Okay, that came yesterday then.
Okay. This was a because I can present. It's a patch designed by my friend by marriage. Like, I don't really know him that well, but his name is Chad Groman, and he has a really cool style. He worked at one of the tattoo shops in like downtown. Fuck. I don't know I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, he's selling some of his art, and I got us each a patch for our vests.
So this was the birthday present. It's a black snowflake medal, and it's got different like Allen keys and screwdriver bits at the ends of each.
There's a box cutter on there too.
Is there a box cutter?
Yeah, I think. Well, you could probably use that one, but this here don't. It's heavy. It's hefty.
It is. You can
Pretty
knock
hefty.
somebody out with it.
Oh, right here maybe. Like on the commercial, it showed them cutting boxes with it,
Oh, okay.
so I know it's possible.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that. And you showed me this before you right after you bought it,
I did.
and I didn't look it up or nothing. It just popped up, like, you want to buy this thing.
Isn't that funny?
I'm like,
scary, too.
Speaking of scary,
What?
yesterday was National Black Cat Day, and I missed it. But while you weren't home, I was cleaning the litter boxes, and I'm in the dining room, and and it's like super late at night. It's like 3 a.m, maybe like 4 or 5 even, and I'm in the dining room, and I just hear coming from the living room. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? Like, what is that? And I go walk around the corner, and I just kind of peek my head through, because the cats are acting fucking weird, right? Just kind of peek my head around the corner. I'm like, what's going on? And then I see it. There's a box in the living room, and Gibson's chewing on it. Our black cat, Gibson, he's just chewing on this box, and it's just making this thumping noise. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So yesterday was National Black Cat Day, and tomorrow is actually National Cat Day.
Interesting.
So Gibson gets 2 days this week.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's been a sweetheart lately, so he deserves it.
Tomorrow is also National Oatmeal Day.
Should I make some oatmeal raisin cookies?
Might as well.
I need raisins.
It's National Hermit Day
Okay.
and World Stroke Day.
Let's look into that.
Seeks to emphasize the serious nature and high rates of stroke.
Oh, that kind of stroke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My friend, one of my friends had a stroke a few years ago, and it's like, it's definitely something to watch out for because he's not much older than I am.
Yeah, I have a friend who had a stroke as well. She was in the shower, actually. Like, I can't imagine a worse place for that to happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back. It is time.
Yeah. What are we going to listen to?
We're going to play some ToyBox Brigade.
Ooh, we'll check in a little bit with them after the song.
Sounds good. This is Down for the Count by ToyBox Brigade on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
It's not the same. We've got no place to play. We've gone away. Everything won't be okay. Without a doubt. We'll listen to the lights go out. Don't count me out. Just 'cause we're down with the count. It's not the same. We've got no place to play. We've gone away. Everything won't be okay. Without a doubt. We'll listen to the lights go down. Don't count me out. Just 'cause we're down for the count. It's not the same. It's not the same. We've gone away. We've gone away. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Don't count us out. Don't count us
The ToyBox Brigade on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
Fuck yeah.
Apparently, we've lost connection with anybody trying to comment on Facebook, but I just checked. There was only the one comment from earlier, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed that we were connected to like 2 of 3 things. And it's
Oh.
like, that's weird. What are we not connected to? And it turns out it's Facebook, so
Okay.
that's okay. We'll talk about ToyBox Brigade in just a second. I just want to point out that today you were talking about you made the chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yes.
And before the show, we were eating chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yes.
Today is, in fact, National Chocolate Day.
Nice.
Yes, it's also National First Responders Day and National International Medicine Day. That makes way more sense than what I was
yeah.
about to say. But go ahead. What's up with ToyBox Brigade?
Okay, so I just wanted to play ToyBox Brigade this week. I was like, we're playing a lot of good music, and I want to play ToyBox Brigade. And so I was like, Eddie, what's up? What's up with ToyBox Brigade? And just like everybody, pandemic's got them down. They have some family members. It's a ska band, so there's like quite a handful of people. So they have some family members with like immunocompromised issues, which of course I understand. So they're being like extra careful, like not even having practices, but they're still writing, and they're writing hoping to release something. It looks like late 21, early 22. And let's see, what else did they say? I don't know. Eddie's just such a sweet guy. I fucking love him. I want to hug him. Eddie, I want a hug. So you owe me a hug after the pandemic. I don't know. It was just nice to touch base with him because again, he's one of the ones that we actually see. You know,
Yeah.
like we have so many Facebook friends and stuff like that, but we don't see all these people on
Yeah.
the regular.
I mean, you know, and we see ToyBox Brigade so much that they were, you know, even though like none of the other bands knew them, they invited them to be part of the MS benefit that they did for you last
Yes.
year.
Yes, and I'm so glad that they were a part of it because, well, like me and Allison got to dance to a Rancid cover, and that was just really fun.
Yeah. I got to, you know, that was the first time I got to share the stage with ToyBox Brigade, and you know, they're always fun to see. And the first time I think
Totally.
I think the first time I saw them was that Warped Tour,
I think it was, but I think I had seen them before that.
and then Eddie dedicated the Bad Touch by Bloodhound Gang to me because
No, didn't we do a Christmas show with them before that?
you know what, you're right, we did the Ska Christmas.
Yeah.
Wait, were they
Was
on
that
that one?
before that? I don't. They
We
had
did
to
a
have-
Ska
they-
Christmas. Yeah, I would imagine they had to be. I know we had like Reggie Childs was on that. That's the
Yeah.
only one I can think of off the top of my head. That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love those guys. I miss those guys. I mean, I miss a lot of bands. I was talking to, you know, I mentioned On the Cinder earlier, and you know, I actually posted that story on Instagram that I was telling earlier about them. You know, the guy at the Black Dots having the On the Cinder T-shirt on under the flannel when I mentioned them, and not only did they respond to that post, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones responded to that post.
That's fucking sweet.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, On the Cinder were great." And so it was like, "Yes, that's awesome." And I said, "Hey, you know, Living Brain Dead and On the Cinder, when we're safely able to, need to do a show together."
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh hell yeah!" And also I said the same thing to Ryan McEnany. I said, "You guys, us, On the Cinder, one show
Right.
as
That's
soon
Ryan
as we
from
are safely
Shambles.
able to." What's up?
Not everybody knows everybody's name. It's Ryan from Shambles.
Ryan from Shambles, yes. There's fake Brian in the chat. Anyway. Yeah, that's exactly. I talked to Ryan from Shambles. I'm like, you guys, us, On the Cinder, one big show once we're able to safely do these. So, you know, hopefully that'll be soon.
I know.
We're kind of, you know,
We're getting stir crazy. We need our concerts.
we're kind of just sitting here like, you know, we're doing our thing, Living Brain Dead, but we still haven't seen each other since Watch Live Anywhere last weekend.
Yeah.
Not from lack of trying. We're gonna get together soon, I'm sure. Just need to figure out
You
when.
were planning this coming weekend.
Probably this weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's got to get done. You know, we got
Gotta get done.
to write some new stuff, and we're working on a music video, and hopefully gonna do another live stream soon.
Yeah,
Enough.
that'll be awesome.
Maybe not right away. I kind of suggested doing it on my birthday, but that's only a couple of weeks from now, so I don't
Yeah.
think we're getting ready
No.
for that. So what's the answer to my text? You're not Brian and you didn't text me. Anyway.
Clever. We
Yeah.
have clever listeners.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Actually, I'm kind of waiting to hear back from Brian. He's supposed to be picking up a Mighty Mighty Boss Tones vinyl for me.
Right.
He's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Not really." He's like, "Do you want me to get it for you?" Like I'm gonna go meet up with the buyer. You want me to have her, or the seller? You want me to have her bring it? Like, yeah, sure, whatever. Why not? I've already got a couple of Mighty Mighty Boss Tones vinyls. I don't know anything on that particular one, but I'll take it.
You will know everything on that.
I will.
particular one soon enough.
I really liked that new one, that latest one they just put out. And what they said on my Instagram post was, "Oh, if you like this one, wait till you hear what we're working on now."
Nice.
So, new album apparently coming out from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Very cool.
I don't know when, but hey, that's cool. I just know I won't be pre-ordering it from Amazon.
Maybe directly from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Probably. I mean, I pre-ordered that Gord Downey directly from, well, actually, no, not directly from him because I couldn't, because it was like, you can't buy this. You live in the United States.
Oh.
So I found like one of the other links they had for like an arts and crafts store or something like that. It was weird. Like, this doesn't sound like a place you'd buy records from.
Interesting.
But it was like, yeah, we've got it. We'll send it to. We'll ship it to the States. Like, okay, cool. So I got that Gord Downey, which is a great album.
I didn't get to hear any of it.
I was listening to it last Wednesday, but Jasmine was here, so you guys were hanging out.
Yeah.
And then I only listened to the first half, but the first half is like electric, and then the second half is acoustic, and it's the same songs.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, which is probably a little bit cooler than like the Stooges record I have that is the exact same songs on both discs, except one is the original mixes done by David Bowie, and the second disc is later mixes done by Iggy Pop himself. So they sound better.
That's really cool.
You know, I mean, I don't necessarily want to say they sound better, but
Different.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I like the Iggy Pop a little bit better. I actually was on Discogs and it came up and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna listen to this." And then you were like, "Oh, I'm the bathroom's free," and I'm like, "I'll just listen to it on the Amazon on the Echo in there." So I went and plugged it into the speakers and I don't know if they've just got the original versions of it, but the guitar solos on that are just grating on those speakers in there. Just terrible to listen to on the. But in here, with the good speakers and the on the record, it's just like, oh man, these sound great.
Hi, Fake Brian.
So October 30th is National Candy Corn Day.
Jasmine.
And I was watching wrestling the other night, and there was a hardcore match, and Tommy Dreamer dumped out a bag like he often does. Normally it's thumbtacks, sometimes it's Legos. This time it was candy corn and thumbtacks.
Okay.
And I tweeted, and I said, I'd rather eat the thumbtacks.
You know what I saw somewhere on the interwebs? It was a picture of it as an upside down candy corn, and
made to look like Donald Trump.
Yes,
yeah,
it was made to look like Donald Trump, and you can't unsee it. I'm not looking forward to my next bag of candy corn.
I think I commented on, I don't know if it was the same post as you saw it, but I saw it. I commented and I said, all the more reason not to like candy corn. Yeah. National Knock Knock Jokes Day is on the 31st.
Ooh, so not only can you trick or treat, but you can also knock knock and tell a joke.
Yeah. Why am I still? Because I get paid to watch wrestling, essentially.
So do you have a favorite knock knock joke?
No.
I do. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Damn it. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Never mind. I don't remember.
Do you want to try this the other way around? I'll tell the joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Damn it. Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana?
Fuck.
We received 100 messages today through the chat.
Wow, we got a badge or something.
Yeah,
a trophy.
This is why I like streaming through Restream. Is they tell us all these stats we would never know.
Us awards.
Yeah, we get all these
Do you
stats.
Want to tweet it? It says to tweet it.
I can tweet it anyway.
Knock knock. Laura says, "Who's there, Laura? Who's there?"
This is not going to work very well
this
because
is
we have
not
to
going to
wait
work
for the
with
delay.
Do you think her delay is worse because she's in the UK?
No.
No.
So Meredith was asking for jokes the other day, and I couldn't think of one off the top of my head, so I asked Google for one.
Mm.
And it was, what kind of shoes do frogs wear?
What's the answer?
Open-toed. So I posted that on Meredith's post there. Just trying to cheer her up,
I have a joke it's not a knock knock joke, but it's a joke in the spirit of Saucetober.
Okay.
What is hot but goes in the fridge?
I don't know.
Mustard.
Oh.
Yeah, we shared that joke in third grade when we were the show and tell circle. I don't know.
So there's this meme I saw earlier, and it says, "New president and first lady, November 2020, and it's Joe Biden and his wife."
Okay.
And so I'm like, you do realize he wouldn't be president until January, right?
That makes, yeah.
He's like, what's your point? My point is, your meme's fucking wrong. What the fuck do you think my point is?
Start over. Make a new one.
Yeah. He shared it from somewhere, so he's clearly not the only person that didn't get that they're not going to be president. Like, if he wins,
Yeah.
which, please,
Right.
if he wins, this is not an endorsement of Biden. This is a condemnation of Trump
Right.
more than anything. But if he wins, he's still not going to be president until January.
That's how that works.
So you can't say new president in November. He's not going to be the new president in November. I'm not going to waste my vote. I will certainly be voting very,
Yes.
very soon.
Well, you know what? Let's fill him out tonight.
Let's fill them out tomorrow when I have time.
Okay. Okay.
You know my Wednesdays are insane.
I know.
Actually, I think I'm waiting for another script from another wrestling channel I work for. So
Oh.
I like working for wrestling channels. That's like the dream job.
It's good. It's a good niche for you.
That's the dream job, to sit in front of a microphone and just read about wrestling. I don't even have to look at wrestling news anymore. It's all in my inbox at 2:00 in the morning every night. So,
Laura's on the
she says
stick
vote
in the mud Joe hashtag.
that's Kevin
Oh,
with the
wow.
stick in the mud Joe hashtag.
Stick in the mud.
She says vote for Brian Mueller.
I wouldn't put that kind of stress on Brian.
No, I wouldn't either.
He's already doing plenty. Just like you.
Yeah.
You guys are always so busy.
I wanted to run for president in 06 and not 06 in 2016.
Yeah.
And I never got around to doing it. So,
I just never got to it.
well, I figure, my whole outlook would have been like, I'm a regular dude. I'm not a politician. Vote for me. And clearly I would have won because that's
Yeah.
what happened. He's not a politician. I had Trump supporters mad at me the other day.
Oh, God. Yeah, I did that too.
I had Trump supporters mad at me because I said, it was Kirstie Alley tweeted like, oh, well, I'm going to vote for Trump and you should too because he's not a politician. And I'm like, okay, yeah, voting for Trump because he's not a politician is like listening to Kirstie Alley for political advice because she's not a political analyst.
Right.
Seriously, like,
What was the show that she was in?
Cheers.
Cheers. Really? She was in Cheers?
Wasn't she? I don't know.
Mom.
I'm pretty
Mom,
sure
we
she
need
was
you to
on.
Come pay attention,
I'm
Mom.
pretty sure she was on Cheers. Let's Wikipedia.
I don't know.
Kirstie Alley, and she played Rebecca Howe on the NBC sitcom Cheers, receiving an
Oh.
Emmy Award and a Golden Globe in 1991 for the award.
Good for her.
And then she went on to do like jack shit. She did like a bunch of reality shows because she got
did
fat.
like dietary commercials and stuff because she got fat and then she got skinny and then she got fat and then she got skinny.
Yeah. So,
So obviously don't take advice from Kirstie Alley in general.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, seriously, like me voting for Trump because he's not a politician would be like me listening to Kirstie Alley for political advice because she's not a political analyst.
That's pretty clever.
Like, and then I got, political analysts think Trump is great. Like, do they? Sure, whatever, dude. I'm just going to ignore you now.
Do political analysts form opinions or do they just analyze?
You would imagine they should just analyze.
Yeah, you don't want a biased analyst.
No. But, but that's why you got to watch Fox News. They're the most honest and most accurate because they love Trump.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
I almost feel bad wearing a red hat. That's why there was a Curb Your Enthusiasm. You were sleeping through it, and Larry's going around wearing a MAGA hat because because it bothers people.
they don't talk to him.
It gets people to leave him alone. Exactly. Yeah.
Larry David's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I just. Yeah. Like, why am I going to listen to a celebrity and what they have to say?
Mm-hmm.
Even
somebody who hasn't been relevant since the early 90s, late 80s.
Like, Kirstie Alley is probably in a completely different tax bracket than me, so it doesn't.
She doesn't represent
Her
you
opinion
either.
does not matter one iota to me. Especially since Cheers wasn't all that good anyway. Yeah, I said it.
I would have to watch it again because, I mean,
I don't know. I saw Cheers in the 80s, and I don't need
Yeah.
to see it again.
yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Heard CA might go gold. What?
What is that?
I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah.
So, we,
Speaking of things going gold, I need to remember at some point to listen to Elias's new album.
oh, did it go gold?
It was the #1 soundtrack on iTunes as of the end of Raw on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I don't know
It's
if it'll be
considered
as...
a soundtrack?
Yeah, well, because he's from WWE, so...
I know, but it's not like, I don't know. That's kind of an interesting category for it to be in.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked his first album, but this one's like he's playing with full bands.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll like this compared to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check it out. I've
It won't
not
have
gotten
the
around
same
to it.
feel. That
No,
same,
it
like,
won't.
raw Elias feel.
Yeah. President Laura Moore will bring back Board Wrestling Fan Radio. I talk about wrestling enough.
He gets it all out on this platform.
Well, I also, get paid to talk about it a lot. So
Right.
I am the voice of like 4 wrestling channels now.
Is that overwhelming at all?
No.
No.
So like WrestleMania went they got 1 million subscribers like right after I voiced one of their videos.
That's awesome.
So I jokingly said like, "Hey, yeah, you're welcome."
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a video for Wrestle with Andy, and he hit 10,000 subscribers right after that. So I'm like,
awesome.
yep, maybe it's not just a coincidence. Maybe it is me.
Yeah.
So, I really enjoy doing these wrestling, videos and helping these guys out and making some money talking about wrestling. And that's like the dream job. Like I grew up watching wrestling, and your mom finally responded.
Yeah, Mom
that,
finally chimed in. We got a hell of a delay.
Or mom just like,
Yeah, she was probably on the other side of the house.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So like when I got my first wrestling script, and he wanted me to like audition for it, and I'm just like, fuck, I hate auditioning. I believe people in my fucking inbox just like, yeah, I'll get that to you later, and then never respond to them again, because I'm lazy, I guess. But when I got that one, I'm like, I don't really want to audition for anything. And I open it up, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Jim Ross. Like, oh fuck, I'm doing this. I'm gonna get paid to fucking read about wrestling, and now I get paid daily to fucking read about wrestling.
Yeah.
It's great. Just like,
Living the dream.
like, yeah, I not only do I work for him, and I work for WrestleMania now and Wrestle with Andy, and I was doing Wrestling is Life for a while, but I hated that because that's where I was doing the fucking Van Venom character.
Oh, yeah.
Which he sent me a script not too long ago, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this character. And I just read it like I would normally fucking read. And,
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not doing that.
It, like, ruins your workload for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, I can't work after that. It's always the last thing I do.
Oh,
Oh, we're getting close.
we're getting close to 8 o'clock.
We're getting close. I need to be looking at the time because the last song is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Oh. Well, then we should probably start talking about it.
I didn't have 420 written just because it's clever.
Oh, I thought that was for me. So this is new music from Tokyo Monsters.
Yes.
I haven't listened to it yet, but as soon as I saw that there was new music from Tokyo Monsters, I shared it with Joe and said, we're playing this.
Yeah, I got a DM on Instagram.
That's where I saw it.
Just like, can we play this? Yeah, sure, whatever. I like Tokyo Monsters. They're my friends. I
Yeah,
dig them.
I know.
I dig them. I like to book them. I like playing, I wouldn't
know.
mind playing a show with them. So it was, seeing that they had a new song, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll play it.
Heck yes.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing in about 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Oh, that didn't take as long as it.
No, it didn't.
Fuck. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. When's the last time we saw Tokyo Monsters?
It's been a while, I think.
Was it with? It wasn't with Poison the Prophet and Iron Soul. That wasn't the last time we saw them, was it?
Might have been.
Holy shit! That was so long ago.
It's been a while. We have a flyer with their name right outside our bathroom, and somebody
Yes.
wrote Godzilla's favorite band on it. So,
That sounds like Nick Lucido to me.
probably was Nick Lucido because XM Priory is also on there.
I remember him doodling on the poster.
Yeah, so it was probably him.
Yeah, definitely.
It was XM Priory, Breaking Solace, and it's got written
Right.
who under Breaking Solace, and it's got and more written under BD2.
Yeah, BD2. Yeah.
So
Oh man.
yeah. All right, so this last song tonight is by Tokyo Monsters. It's brand new and it's called Windmills on all WNY Think So Joe show. We'll see you next week.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Pages are turning one way. Our history goes in reverse. Till death do us part is a dangerous way to live. Commando, we live on the edge of a knife. Free our souls, we carry a night after night. Another setback to break up the action. Another heartache to get a reaction. We carry